everyone, Achikah here, and it's time to announce the next installment of Base Off that I am very stoked for. You could also say that it's very close to my heart. Which we will get into momentarily. But in case you're new to the channel or you're new to Base Off, hello, I am Achikah, and I absolutely adore base decorating here on DC Universe Online. So much so that every couple of months I host Base Off. What is Base Off, you might ask? Base Off is a bi-monthly base contest that I throw here on the game. Every couple months, I will challenge you guys with a theme or a challenge here on the game, and you have to make a base around that. You have roughly 6 weeks usually to work and create the base, after which we will get together for a live stream over on Twitch to check them all out together. There is then a week of extensive judging on my part until there is a winner announcement. After that, I have a week for giving out the prizes, setting up the next base off, and then after that, another base off will be announced, and we continue on and on and on again. So that is base off essentially. So that kind of leads me into this base off, which again I said I am very excited for because it kind of goes with how I build bases here on the game. So one of the things that I really love about DC Universe Online, despite it having like various flaws, I think their customization is really, really nice on this game, especially for character creation. I think it's one of the best, like, original character creators here. There's all kinds of different styles that you can mix and match, and accessories to really, like, pump up a character, and create, like, a lore, and all kinds of good stuff. You also have the base aspects, so you can give them their own living quarters or their own base of operations, whatever you want to do with that. And I think it's just really cool how customizable it is, and given that there is so much creativity in both the base decorating aspect of the game as well as the stylist or costume creation portion of the game, I thought it would be really, really fun to combine both of those in a base off challenge. So for your base off challenge, I am challenging you guys to create a base inspired by an original outfit. So I bring you guys base off behind the seams. So we are in Achikah's Alchemy Casa here, in her walk-in closet, where I have my outfits. So that's why we're here. Like I said, I think there's so much creativity in outfit making. I'm not particularly the best in that, but I do love the characters that I've created here on the game so much so that you guys have seen me make bases around them for the most part. That's why when I do a base tour of my own stuff, half the time I'm on an alt because despite having so much furniture on my main here, I like making bases around the character that I'm on. And the power set that I have, and like the little story that I've created in my head. And I think it's like really fun. And like I said, I wanted to challenge you guys to do so. Now, here's what I will say. I want you guys to, like I said, I want you guys to make a base inspired by an original outfit that you've created. But that doesn't necessarily mean it has to aesthetically match the base completely. As in, like, it doesn't have to be the same color or overall style, but it should also be readable visually into how you inspired the base. By that I mean, I want you to be able, like, I want to be able to see the connection between the outfit, its lore, and the base itself in a visual story without having to rely on any kind of entry expositions or anything that you guys have written me about a story. I want to be able to tell by just seeing it. With my, like, I need to be able to make the connection between the two. Now, that doesn't mean that your outfit has to have a story behind it. If you want to make an outfit that is super colorful with all kinds of different vibrance or patterns, and you want to make a base based off that, you can totally do that too. However you guys want to take this concept of building a base around an original outfit, I am totally for. But there is one caveat to that. I am not looking for iconic or heavily iconic inspired outfits for this contest. Mainly because if I did that, it would kind of just end up being like Iconoclash reboot kind of in a way, which was like, give me an iconic character base. Like, that's not to say that I don't want you guys to use any of it, because there's so many great, like, iconic inspired items in the game. You could totally use those for your character, but I want you to make, like, an original outfit or concept for your character, rather than relying on comic book narrative or or, you know, lore. I want you to make your own lore and your own original characters and outfits. So that's kind of the hiccup there for that. There's also another caveat in the rules, like, which I will get to momentarily. Well, actually, no, I'll just say it now. There needs to be an armory in your base too, because that's kind of the whole. I need to see your outfit. So that is one rule. So if you know, like, if you're gonna compete in the contest, there needs to be a very visual armory. How you want to incorporate that armory is completely up to you. You could just have it in the base somewhere, like, set up that looks nicely, or you can actually incorporate the outfit into the base itself, like in various ways we've seen over the course of the channel here. There's so many ways that you guys have incorporated armories that are really, really cool. But yeah, there needs to be an armory in the base. Now, if you want to use multiple armories, I will not discourage that. I personally only need one to see an outfit, but if you want to put multiples in there, that's totally fine. But remember, sometimes less is more, because the more armories you have, the more you're going to have to tie into those outfits into the base, and sometimes that could get kind of like convoluted and a bit confusing to connect the dots that I'm looking for this base off, that visual storytelling aspect that I spoke of. But if you can pull it off, I am totally for it. So again, I don't want to corral or anything. The only thing I ask is that you do have an armory in your base, like just at least one. Everybody gets one for free, so I wanted, like, that's one of the big things for Base Off. I don't ever want there to be, like, any microtransactions or anyone to have to buy anything. I want you to be able to be free to play and also to build a base if you want to. So everybody gets a one free armory, so that's what I want for your style. Just one outfit along with one completed base. That's it. Okay, so I hope if there's any confusion, because again, I get long-winded and I get tongue-tied, please check the forum post that's down below. Everything will be there in detail, much more clearly and concisely than me talking right now, hopefully. But yeah, so that's kind of the whole overall theming and challenge and everything for it. So let's get into the actual rules. There aren't very many rules to base off, but there are a few. One base per decorator. Bases that have already competed in base offs cannot be re-entered. Keep the theming of the base tasteful and TOS appropriate. Try your best, of course, and that's like the main one. Just try your best. I just really want a completed base that you have worked on and are proud of, and that's pretty much it. And again, an armory must be displayed within the base. That is like the only extra, like, caveat rule for everything. So, how is everything going to be judged for this? If you want to know about, like, the prizes and everything, which I will get into momentarily. For Base Off, I have 5 main categories that I weigh equally across for judging. There is creativity, there's craftsmanship, there's logic, there's storytelling, and then there's aesthetics. And then there is, for this one, there isn't like a secret category or not secret, I guess, like an extra category for this one. Mainly for this one, since it's based off of pairing the base with the outfit, extra points will be weighted for both creativity as well as storytelling, because of the visual storytelling aspect and how you connect the two concepts as creatively as possible. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So there will be like a bit of a curve for creativity and storytelling. You can bump up some points in there if you do some really cool stuff. For prizes, I got some cool things. I decided to add some cosmetics to this prize pool. So first place, well, the big prize for this one isn't a base item. It's actually it's a skin set. I have a Cursed Vistage skin set here on the US side that'll be given away. There's also some base items there. I think I have some mounted ornate lamps. I have some shed entrances. I think there's some Wonder Dog packages from the Teen Titans. Those rugs are so cool that you can put emblems on them. They're really neat. And I also have a couple other cosmetic boxes and stuff like that that are able to give out. And on the EU side, I couldn't get a Cursed Vistage skin set, but I do have a Carved Alabaster skin set for you guys, as well as other cosmetic items and other base items. If you want the full rundown of that, again, I cannot stress enough, go to the forum post. It has all the details and all that marked out for you, so hopefully that'll be helpful. Okay, so there is that. Now, how do you enter this contest? Well, once your base is completed, add Achikah to your base generator permissions so that I can enter your base. And then all you have to do is you need to send me a YouTube comment. You can go over to the Base Crafters Discord, there's a sign up thread. The official forum post, you can send me a DM there, or you can post in the actual contest thread itself if you'd like to. Or if you need to, like if you don't have any other means of access, you can always message me in-game. Sometimes I will miss those, though, because my mailbox is chaos. But if you don't hear back from me, just message me again, and it should be fine. So but yeah, what you need to do for all those contacts when you do contact me, please be sure to comment what server you're on, either EU or US. Unfortunately, I still don't have an Xbox or a Switch, so Base Off is only for the US and EU servers right now. I'm working on it. We will figure things out. But yeah, so either EU or US, your character's name spelt correctly. So if there are any special characters or like if there are any different capitalizations and stuff like that, I need to know that. The name of your base, and for this one also, I will allow a sentence or two synopsis of your original character if you think that would help. Again, I'm not looking for a super long like story or exposition or anything like that. In fact, I'd very much stress that I would like very brief smaller entries, because I think part of this is I want to be able, like I said, to see the inner workings, like how things are connected, either aesthetically or lore based or story based with your armory to your base. So I want to see, you know what I mean? Like I want to kind of make those connections, and that's kind of how the judging will go. So as brief as you can make it, but also I do understand that character lore and a lot of people are really connected to their characters, and I thought it would still be pretty good to add that in there. So if you need a couple sentences for your character or your outfit, feel free to add them. Again, brief. I do stress that. And if it's just purely aesthetic, you could just that's fine too. Just say it's just aesthetic and it's fun. That's about it. So yeah, so that's how you enter. So let's get into the dates here. So today, July 4th, will be the start of this base off. You have, again, like I said, roughly 6 weeks. The cutoff date is going to be August 20th for that. And then on the 22nd, the Friday after, is when the Twitch streams should start. Again, I put an asterisk by that because life tends to always throw a wrench in things sometimes. So just be on the lookout for that. I'll always update you guys either on Discord, in the forum thread, or on my YouTube comments. So or not comments, community posts, that's it. So just be on the lookout for that if anything is to change. But yeah, so after that, I will take a week of judging, hopefully, and then on the 29th will be the winner announcement. And then I'm pretty sure that's everything, I think. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Please always check out the forum post if there are any questions or concerns. If you guys have any questions yourselves, always feel free to message me. You can do it so in the YouTube comments, and I'll do my best to get back to you ASAP. But yeah, I think with that, another base-off has commenced. I cannot wait to see what you guys do with this concept. Like I said, I am a fan of making bases around the characters, so I'm kind of forcing you guys to do that too. So like I said, I cannot wait.